Hello viewers, Super GT here. This is a quick video on the Forza RC. Two main things I want to talk about. First off is a giveaway, and second is Forza RC. Loads of questions in the last live stream. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I know if I've qualified? How do I sign up? So I'll try and answer some of those questions. So giveaway first. So yeah, I went to Seattle recently, got a load of free stuff, and as per tradition, I'm going to give it all away. So all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, and then you've got a chance of winning all this stuff I'm about to show you. The winner will be announced on 18th of April in a live stream. So here is all the stuff. Okay, first off is a drawstring bag. Now it's actually a Le Mans one. I forgot to give it away last time, so there's that. Then there's this big old rucksack, a Forza RC jacket. It's quite a nice jacket actually. Medium men's. So again, if you're not a medium man, then sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. Snapback cap, pretty cool. Again, Forza RC. And then a thermal drinks bottle. Last but not least, a signed poster by Turn 10. All the Turn 10 staff got a nice signed poster. So all that stuff could be yours. Just leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So there's all of that stuff to be won. 18th of April is the date to look out for. Okay, second thing, Forza RC. So many questions about this, about how do I know if I've qualified, what do I have to do to qualify, how do I sign up? Okay, there's loads. So obviously before anything else, you need to sign up and go to forzarc.gfinity.net. Well, I mean, I shouldn't really have to guide you through a signing up process. Just type in your details. It's fairly obvious. But one thing you do have to do, link your gamer tag to your account. So there is that. Just make sure you do all that. So now we can assume that you're signed in. Let's have a look at the competition schedule. So this is the competition schedule. It's fairly extensive. There's a lot to do. We've already done the weeks 1 and 2. Obviously, it's series 1. So you have missed the start if you've not done anything yet. So all the events are broken up into sort of like 2-week segments. The first event within that segment, so you can see here, for example, weeks 3 and 4, we've got a rivals event. So every 2-week segment is started with a rivals event. So all you have to do to enter, obviously sign up and everything, and then load up the game, go to rivals, go to Forza RC, and then the event will appear there. So just set a time within that event, the fastest time you can do, obviously. And your position within that event will determine whether or not you go through to the Ghost Races. So the Ghost Races is the next section. So most people won't get through, but if you're fast enough, then you will. So the big question everyone was asking me is, how do I know if I've gone through to the Ghost Races or not? So the best thing to do to check, again, forzarc.gfinity.net, go to Races, and then pick your region. So obviously it depends where you are in the world. Just to be clear, EMEA is Europe, Middle East and Africa. NA is North America. LATAM is Latin America. Then of course Oceanic and Asia. So click on your region, then just click on the correct event. So if I want to get into the Ghost Races on week 3 to 4, it will appear here. Right now it's not there because that event isn't, it's not being qualified for. That rivals event hasn't started yet. So once that rivals event is done, then the Ghost Races icon will appear here. I'll just say Ghost Races, EMEA, or whatever region you're in. Click on bracket, and it'll just tell you where you are on the grid, or just click on drivers and your name should appear. So that's how you know if you've qualified. And if you press this little I here, it'll just give you some information about the time of the day that event is on. But of course, also time and dates is also here. So all the information you need to know is here. You just need to kind of sift through it, and it does depend on your region, of course, where you are in the world. That's quite important. So yeah, that's how you know that you qualified for the next event, is by looking at races and then just finding your region, finding the race, and then looking on bracket or drivers. Your name should be there. If it's not there, then you haven't qualified, or they haven't put up the event yet. So you just need to be patient. So a big part of the Ghost Races is the fact that only 400 people from EMEA and North America qualify. So again, on the handbook, it's all here. It tells you 2.1 on this section here. It tells you how many people qualify from the Rivals event at the start of the 2-week period. You go through to the Ghost races. So, for example, top 400 in EMEA go through. So if you're 401st, then you're not through. It's quite simple, but just be wary, because on the game, if you sort the leaderboard to region, if you're in Europe, it will just say Europe. So it doesn't include the Middle Eastern drivers or African drivers. So if you're 400th in Europe, then it's a bit sketchy. There might be someone in Middle East or Africa faster than you, in which case you're not in the top 400 anymore. So again, just look on the races section just to see if you've actually qualified. So this thing here, this section here, 2.1, tells you how many people go through to each section. So everyone can do the Rivals event, and then a certain amount of people go through to the Ghost races, and then again, a certain amount of people go through to the Sunday heats, a certain amount of people go through to the Wednesday showdown, and it's just a less and less every time. So at the end of the 2-weekly period, you have the Rivals Booster event. Now, what this is for people who don't do well or don't attend any of the races at all. So you've done the first Rivals event maybe, but then you haven't managed to get to the Ghost races or the Sunday heats, and it's just a way of getting some points rather than getting nothing. Now, it's not very clear exactly how many points you get. Rule 2.2.2 just says if a driver earned minimum to no points in the racing for the week, they can participate in Booster Rivals to gain a small amount of points towards their total. Now, I don't know what minimum to no points mean. Obviously, no points is 0. I don't know what minimum points is, so that's not exactly clear. But if you didn't do any of the races, then you definitely should probably just do that Rivals event, the second one, the Rivals Booster event. And again, it just appears on the Rivals Forza RC, and then you should be able to find the event on there. So at the end of Series 1, so at the end of week 7, everyone's leaderboard ranking or world ranking will be determined, and then you'll be able to know if you're going to Seattle or not. The top 48 in the world are going to go to Seattle. So I mean, if you've missed out on the first week, you're probably not going to be in that top 48. In fact, if you have any ambition of getting to Seattle or Mexico City, you probably know everything I'm saying already, so it doesn't really matter. But this is for people who, a bit are unclear on little details. And of course, just ask in the comments if you want to know anything else. So to summarise, it's fairly simple. Set a Rivals event time at the beginning of the 2-week period. At that date, it says what the date is, and find out if you've gone through by going to the races section, and then finding your region, and then finding the correct event, and then clicking on bracket or drivers, and then just do what's required in the handbook. It tells you how many people go through to each stage. So depending on, so go to 2.1, it tells you how many people go through, and also section 2.3.4 tells you how many people go through. Now the track and car combination is quite important. 2.3.5 in the handbook tells you the car combinations for the first 4 weeks. Yeah, first 4 weeks, it's all there. I don't know when they're going to release more information on weeks 5 and 6 and 7, but just keep checking back. They'll add it eventually. So you can start practicing now actually for the next combinations. It's all there. It tells you exactly which cars you need to start practicing in. So yeah, the top 48 go to Seattle after Series 1, and also the top 48 go to Mexico City after Series 2. So to check your ranking in the world, you just need to go to the leaderboards tab on this website. Not currently updated. I'm looking at this before the Wednesday showdown, so that's not up to date yet, but it will show up here. And of course, I'll say again, the top 48 on this leaderboard, on this page, will go through to Seattle on June 16th to 17th. And at the end of Series 2, it is, again, the top 48. So you can go to, if you're in the top 48 twice, then you're going to go to both events. But there we go. Do ask any more questions in the comments, because I think I've made it fairly clear what you have to do. But if it is still unclear, then of course just do ask in the comments, and I'll try to answer it, or the community will do a good job and try to answer you. So that was just a quick video on Forza RC. Do let me know your thoughts and leave a comment, and then you're in with a chance of winning all that stuff I just showed. So good stuff all round. Thank you for watching, and just do tune in for more live streams, because I'm going to be doing plenty more Forza RC live streams. I think people quite enjoyed the Ghost Racing and the Rivals event, sweating, trying to get a good time. So I'll be doing more of those, and yeah, do tune in. I hope to see you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Listen.